Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling the A-Neuvideo ANI-MFAV system. Our mission is really to give you a shortcut, cut through the specs. This thing aims to be more than just one component. It's kind of challenging that whole modular AV setup. We want to boil down its edge, the one-box approach for switching, extension, and, interestingly, room control.
That's a good way to put it. So the ANI-MFAV, right, the multifunction AV system, think of it as this intelligent hub. It's combining video extension, video switching, actual system control, and analog audio amplification all in one. And the key, the real convenience factor, is that HD-based technology. It lets you push uncompressed video, audio, control signals, even power sometimes, over a single standard CAT5E or CT6 cable. We're talking up to 230 feet, or about 70 meters.
Wow, okay, that single cable, anyone who's, wrestled with cables under a podium knows that's huge. Looking at the inputs on the transmitter side, it seems pretty flexible. 2 HDMIs and even a VGA port.
Yeah, that VGA is still surprisingly relevant in some places, older laptops or equipment. So having it alongside the 2 HDMIs is smart. And yeah, it meets HDMI 1.4b specs. And importantly, it's HDCP 1.4 compliant.
Right, HDCP 1.4. So it plays nice with protected content from Blu-rays or streaming boxes. Good. Now, performance. What about resolution and distance? That's always the trade-off with extension.
Exactly. So it can handle 4K resolution, which is great, but that's 4K at 30 hertz, and your maximum distance there is 131 feet, about 40 meters.
Okay, 131 feet for 4K 30. What if you need to go further, like that full 230 feet?
Then you need to dial back the resolution. You'd be looking at 1920 by 1200 at 60 hertz to reliably hit that 230-foot or 70-meter mark.
4K at 30 hertz. In today's world, is 30 hertz enough? I mean, for presentations, slides, maybe typical video clips, or could you notice lag?
That's a fair question. For most standard presentation stuff, like PowerPoint, basic video playback, 30 hertz is generally fine. You probably wouldn't notice it. Where it might become noticeable is with like really fast motion graphics or maybe high frame rate gaming, but that's not the typical use case here. Plus, it does pass through high-def audio up to 7.1 channels, Dolby True HD, DTS HD master audio, so the audio quality isn't compromised.
Okay, got it. So video and audio delivery covered. Let's talk about the intelligent part. How does it use that single cable to, actually run the room? The receiver seems key here.
Right, the receiver isn't just catching the signal. It's got quite a bit built in. There's an integrated amplifier, 2 by 30 watts at 4 ohms, so you can connect speakers directly to it.
An amp built right in, okay.
Yeah, and a dedicated MIC input, using a screw terminal, which is pretty standard for installs, plus a USB port. That's for passing through control for interactive displays like touchscreens.
So amp, mic input, USB pass-through, that covers a lot. What about physical room control? Screens, projectors?
That's where the relay control and RS-232 ports come in. This is really where it starts acting like a basic control system. The relays can be programmed to trigger things like raising or lowering a projector screen, simple contact closure. And the RS-232 port can send commands, typically used for turning a projector or display on and off.
So you could potentially ditch a separate control processor for simpler rooms.
Potentially, yes. You can control these functions using buttons on the unit itself through a web interface, a web GUI, or they offer an optional wall plate control panel too.
Interesting. Lots of integration. Does centralizing all that create a single point of failure risk, though? If this box goes down, the whole room is down, screen, audio, video.
That's definitely the trade-off you weigh. Simplicity versus redundancy. For critical spaces, maybe not, but for many classrooms or meeting rooms, the simplicity might win out.
Makes sense. Okay, quick logistics check. For government or education bids, compliance matters. Sources say it's TAA compliant.
Correct. TAA compliant, which is often a requirement for U.S. federal purchasing. Good to know.
And what about warranty and support?
It comes with a 3-year warranty. And the reseller mentioned HDTV Supply highlights lifetime U.S.-based phone support, which is, pretty valuable for troubleshooting down the line.
Yeah.
They also mentioned being a long-term partner with A-Neuvideo since 2002.
Okay, solid backing then. So let's try to wrap this up for everyone listening. The big picture here is that the ANI-MFAV is this highly integrated hub. It's designed to make deploying AV in a presentation space much simpler. It handles the video switching, the extension, audio amplification, mic input, even controlling the screen and the display power, all running back over that one HD-based cable.
Pretty much sums it up. And considering everything that receiver box does, the amp, the mic handling, the display power, the screen control, things that usually need several different devices and maybe a dedicated control system, it leaves you with a question to think about, right? For those small to maybe medium-sized rooms, does this kind of all-in-one approach basically make separate control systems, well, kind of obsolete, or at least financially harder to justify, something to mull over?